Liel Abada might be wanted by several clubs, but Brendan Rodgers wants him to go nowhere. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football, and Brendan Rodgers has issued a warning to clubs. He says hands off. He wants Liel Abada to remain a Celtic player for the upcoming season. Rodgers has said he has had talks with Liel Abada. He is convinced Abada wants to stay, and that he has nothing but praise for the 21-year-old. Now, Fenerbache are the latest club interested in signing Liel Abada. I feel like Liel Abada has been linked with a lot of teams. Pretty much every team, every league has, at one point or another, over the past 6 months, been interested or been linked or been rumoured to signing Liel Abada. Before Fenerbahce, it was Ajax. Ajax, I think, would offer a better deal, a better move, a more appealing move for Abada rather than Fenerbahce. I'm not quite sure if Fenerbahce is where Abada wants to go. However, he would be linking up with ex-rival Ryan Kent, and I mean, that'd be a pretty good duo.
Also, Wilfred Zaha on the verge of a Fenerbahce move.
Wilfred Zaha, once deemed for great things, hasn't really...
No, it hasn't really worked out for him, but I think a lot of people are actually downplaying the Turkish league. It's not even that bad.
Especially Celtic fans who are just passionate because Kent's went there and Morelos might go there. But Rodgers revealed that he's had talks with the Israeli attacker. Rodgers says, quote, "We had a nice conversation, a really open conversation when I came in. He sat in the office and I just wanted to know what his ambitions were and what he wants to achieve. He is very keen and he really wants to be here to improve. But he also understands there needs to be competition when you're at a top club. That pushes you. Overall, I like his game. When I was watching from afar, I like his runs. He has a real killer instinct in front of goal. You don't get that many goals unless you want to score, which I love. There are other areas we can look at to help him get to another level. That's what you want, someone who can create goals and score. I like him. I like his qualities. He wants to run in behind. His goal-scoring record is incredible for a winger. His pressing could be better. He could be more aggressive, but he's a real threat. I like him as a guy. I always like to get to know the players so I can understand their motivations and ambitions. He wants to improve. He's still only 21 with a lot of development left. I like wingers. He's a very effective one. He's quite a quiet lad. He's got a similar mentality to Nir Bitton, who is a lovely big guy, really gentle, but he wanted to do well, and Liel is the same. He likes to communicate, so we've spoken a number of times. He knows where he can do better and where he can improve, and he will improve. End of quote. So Rodgers there, I mean, pretty full of praise for Liel Abada. He seems to like Liel Abada. He likes his qualities. He likes what he offers. I think Rodgers can see that Abada could be a pivotal player for Celtic going forward. You've also got the factor that Jota has left the club this summer. So far, he's not been replaced. We don't know if Rodgers is planning on replacing Jota, but that definitely leaves a place in the starting 11 to be filled, and maybe Rodgers thinks Abada could be that guy.
He could be that guy. And what happened to Brendan Rodgers' war chest? Jota not going to be replaced. And I think Abada's severely underrated. I think by everyone. Outsiders, rival fans, Celtic fans. I don't think he gets the praise he deserves. I mean, look at last season. I don't think he had that good a season, but his numbers were pretty good. Really good.
13 goals and 9 assists in 47 appearances. And when you factor in, a lot of those appearances are off the bench. He very rarely gets a full 90 minutes. I think those numbers sound even better.
Yeah, you compare it to Ryan Kent's numbers. Look at my hype about Ryan Kent. Ryan Kent's numbers were really shit, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I think about, and he is only 21 as well. We're talking about a player that is still a kid.
He's got 15 years in the tank.
Easily. If he keeps improving, he'll be nowhere near as good as the finished article. So we've got, I mean, multiple years ahead where he is going to get better and better and better. I think you can easily make a case that Abada, even when Jota was there, could have been starting. Now, we know Ange preferred to go with Maeda, I think because of the pressing game that Maeda offered. Brendan Rodgers has come out and says that that's where Abada needs to work on. He said he could definitely be better at pressing. We know Ange Postecoglou liked the press. Could that be a reason why Abada wasn't a starter for Ange?
It could be, and I'll look at the Champions League, and I think that may be very dependent on who's going to be getting started, because is Brendan Rodgers really going to play with the same sort of style as Ange? Of course he's not, and I think Maeda could pretty quickly find himself doing the Celtic pecking order, despite signing a mega deal. But I think Abada could be a pivotal part. We've seen even links with Southampton, Liel Abada, even the mighty Liverpool as well. But I think, this is just fake news. I think he's staying at Celtic. I don't see him moving. I feel like if he was going to move, there would have been something concrete in place before this point right now.
What do you mean fake news?
What, the Liverpool stuff?
No, this video.
I'm saying this video's fake
Well,
news.
that's alright, this video's legit.
I didn't say this is fake news.
You just said I think it's all fake news. Fenerbache have been linked with him, that's legit.
Aye, but look at Scott Wright to Saudi Arabia, right?
That doesn't mean it was fake news, just didn't go ahead.
It was fake news.
You got proof?
Yes, I've got
Alright,
proof.
Donald.
Alright, Donald.
Where is it?
I'll let you know. Donny T's the greatest man to ever live.
Oh, well, at least you had proof that stuff was fake. What's your proof?
Some guy...
Some guy.
Right, some guy on Twitter, right?
Oh.
This is legit. Some guy on Twitter announced it as a piss take and he's a parody account and the Daily Record thought it was legit and went with it. Turned out it wasn't legit.
Is that no shite?
But because the Daily Record went with it, other people went with it.
Is that no shite journalism for the Daily Record?
Well, it is. I'm not saying here it's a case of that here, but when we look at Morelos, he was linked with every club under the sun. Didn't go. See, unless Fabrizio Romano says it, I'm no fucking buying it.
Well, Fabrizio Romano's no saying much, but what Brendan Rodgers is saying is that he wants to keep Abada at Celtic. And will Abada want to stay? We know that he has been looking for a move away. He doesn't want to be on the bench, that is clear. But will he be on the bench anymore? I don't think so.
He's definitely moved up the bench order. If you look at it, no matter what.
Has he not moved off the bench?
Well, for me personally, but...
Well, who starts over him?
Well, you've got Kyogo. You've got...
No, Kyogo's a striker.
Well, I'm just looking at those attacking options.
Well, let's just look at the wingers here. Who starts over him?
No, you're right, but...
Haksabanovic? Shitey pants?
Some people have shite themselves over him. I don't know if Abada's got that same effect.
James Forrest?
James. Who else they got?
That's pretty much it.
It's interesting to know. Like, I think Celtic need another winger.
Well, they've got Mikey Johnson. Don't they? He's still on loan.
Is he?
I think he's been loaned out for the last couple of seasons. They've got him, but whether or not he's a real option, I don't think he is. The fact
he switch allegiances, man, they'll probably fire him. Try and put him over a wee bit.
I think Liel Abada will stay. I think Liel Abada will be a starter. Like, even if Brendan Rodgers doesn't favour him over Maida, he's still going to favour him over Haksabanovic. He'd have to believe. So, at the moment, I would imagine Celtic's front three is Maeda, Kyogo, Abada.
It's got to be. Yeah, I see it.
Abada on the right, Kyogo on the left, Kyogo up front and Maeda on the left. And even if Rodgers does get a winger in, we know that Maeda can play up front. He can play through the middle for Japan. That's where Japan play him. Japan actually picked Maeda to go to the World Cup to play up front instead of picking Kyogo. So, I mean, it just goes to show you that someone's got faith in Maeda to do that role. So, I mean, who knows? If Brendan Rodgers needs a striker, there's talk about Kyogo possibly being injured and maybe not being up to scratch. Maybe Maeda could start the season in that centre position. We'll have to wait and see. But I think Celtic do have options, although they did talk about this big transfer war chest, and so far we haven't really seen it. There's been a couple of signings around the few £1 million mark, but I kind of expected more. Brendan Rodgers has been in for a while now. I mean, first couple of weeks you're like, right, okay, new manager, it's going to take a while, but I mean, since then, they haven't really been linked to anybody. We haven't really seen any rumours. I was still expecting to see this big Celtic, this key signing, this like established transfer that they were going to bring in, and we're still waiting on it. I mean, it could happen. We're still well over a month to go. I just thought that more would have happened by now. I thought Celtic would have wanted to make a statement. I thought Brendan Rodgers would have wanted to stamp his authority on the team and bring in a big money signing player, but he hasn't done that yet. So we'll have to wait and see. I think Abada will stay. I'll be surprised if he goes. If Jota was still there, then I could see him leaving because he does want first team football. But with Jota gone, I'm struggling to see how Abada doesn't start for Celtic. I just don't see it. I don't see Haksabanovic or James Forrest keeping him at the team.
Are we missing another winger? I can't think of another winger that plays for Celtic.
No, we're not missing any wingers. That's it. Possibly
Celtic team's a wee bit overrated, isn't it?
Aye, coming for the Rangers guy.
Aye, I'll tell you what, 56 this year.
56, there you go, guys. You've heard it there, 50. Well, Hearts won their 50.
Let's be real, right? See, it's right now. Rangers fucking smoked their transfer window.
Should I say Hearts are going to win title number 5?
Aye. Why not?
It's not happening.
You've got triple the managers.
Three managers and they're all shite. Anyway, guys, I think Abada will stay. That's my prediction. I'd be shocked if he goes. He's a good player. Could arguably be, maybe in a couple of years' time, the best player at Celtic. We'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait, guys.
But Rodgers likes him, so Rodgers wants him to stay. And who knows? I think under Rodgers he will be a starter and a key player. So that's my prediction. We'll find out if it happens or not. Still waiting on some big money signings to happen. Rangers have made some, but I'm still waiting on a big one. Like, I think if Celtic went out and made like a double figure in terms of millions, like the 10 million plus, that would be a real...
Well, Danilo's 5.6. Is that no good?
It is, but I'm still waiting on... If Celtic have got this 30 million war chest and they sold Jota, I'm waiting on them going out and signing somebody for 10, 12 million.
There should be. What's the excuse? There is no excuse, guys. But anyway, make sure you check out the video in a few hours' time. Europa Conference League and Champions League draw reaction. You're a Hearts fan. Who do you want?
Somebody shite. See this whole give me the glamour tie? Fuck that. You want to get as far as possible. I'm not buying it. I am not buying it. Like,
he's no buying it. I'm no buying it. Are you guys buying it? Till next time. Peace.